Hello my friends, I'm so excited to share this month's club set with you. It's kind of summery, but it can be used year-round, so that's kind of extra fun because it's not really always has to be in the summer, which is fun. Now club members, yours are already on their way to you. If you're a Stamp Club member, your stamps are on their way. If you're a Stamp and Die Hard member, then both the stamps and the dies in the same envelope are on their way to you. Now, as we mentioned last month, we did have some issues with the post office, so we switched to white envelopes, and a lot of you got those a lot quicker, and we were very excited about that. Unfortunately, some of you never received your envelope, and we are working as close as possible with our post office, our local post office, to find out why. But I'm very excited about this set. Are you ready to see it? It is called Watermelon to Stamp, and it's really fun, and I have to give you a heads up right now. On the 7th of this month, we're releasing a coordinating set that really goes with this stamp set. So I'm just giving you the heads up now. And this one's fun because it says, thanks a melon, you are one in a melon, happy summer, sweet, enjoy, have a sweet day, hi. And then it has this cute little border of watermelons. Now the watermelon wedge here, these seeds are separate. That's a separate stamp. You know me, I like to do extra stamps. So that's a separate stamp. If you don't want to stamp with the seeds, you don't have to. Now the dies, if you're a Die Hard Club member, look at the dies. Now I realize it doesn't look like much, but don't worry, we're gonna cut this out together in just a minute. It says you are sweet with the shadow die, because you know me, I like to do the shadow dies. And it has the watermelon with the seeds or the watermelon without the seeds, a shadow, the little extra rinds pieces, and this funny little piece here is a bite. So you can take a bite out of that watermelon. So in this kit, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dies, but it really cuts out 8 different pieces, so that's really fun. And I kind of threw in the You Are Sweet. You know, we have these budgets. They make me do numbers. I mean, I own the company with Ken, of course, but I have to do numbers once in a while, and let me tell you, I do not like numbers. I don't like inventory numbers. I don't like any kind of numbers. And so they say, okay, this is your budget. You know, make sure your design stays under this number. And sometimes I just kind of throw in an extra design, and yeah, it costs us more. It doesn't cost you more, it costs us more, but you know what? Who cares? This is where the fun is, right? I don't care. I don't do this for the money. I do this for the fun. Now, let me share my samples with you, and then we're going to cut and stamp a couple little things. So here's one by Vanessa. Now, bless Vanessa's heart. I finally got to meet Vanessa from our design team in person not that long ago. The sad thing is that she only lives 45 minutes away. But look how cute. She gave this one to me in person, and it has a lollipop, and she told me where she got this. It's from Party City. So if you have a Party City near you, is that the most adorable thing you've ever seen in your life, or what? I love it. This one is so pretty. I love this. This is one of our basic step-up cards. And look at all the beautiful watermelons in our papers, and everything just looks fantastic. Oh, I'm going to save that one for last because that's my favorite. Okay, this one, oh, I love this one. This one's by Wendy, and Wendy designed this one, thanks a melon. I love this, and look at the cute little watermelons that she added on there. I love it. This one is by Christine. Oh, stand-up card. Stand-up card. You are one in a melon. Have a sweet day. I love it. Let's see. Here's one. Here's that die. So now you can see that die set. You are sweet. I love that. And you can open that up. Thanks a melon. Isn't that adorable? Here is one by Vanessa. You are sweet. And she used crystal effects on those watermelons, so they're like kind of popping up. They're like, you know, a little bumpy, which is really fun. This one is by Vanessa, again, crystal effects. This time she used our strawberry set as well. And I need to point out how cute this little corner is here at the bottom. She used that little bite mark to cut out the corner and here as well on the watermelon, which I think is adorable. Here's another one by Vanessa, cute. Again, she used that cute little bite mark so you can make it a big bite or a little bite. This one is by Christine, another step card. Hi, you are one in a melon. Another one by Christine. Oh, this is my perfect example of the bite taken out of that watermelon. I just love it. And those seeds, isn't that cute? So this is mostly done with dies. And here's another one by Wendy. You gotta love the step cards, right? Isn't that fun? And this is my all-time favorite in the whole wide world. Look at this. Hello, my friend. And look at those beautiful watermelons. You are one in a melon. And I like the little bees around it because, you know, bees do like watermelons because they are sweet. Isn't that funny? I love it. Oh, so fun. Now, let's do some stamping and some die cutting. I don't get to stamp enough, and I thought, you know what, Kenny, I'm gonna stamp this time. So what, oh, that block is a mess. Ooh, throw that one on the floor. Yuck. Hang on, got black ink all over me. Isn't that fun? Nice way to start videos. So let's get oh, and you can tell never ever store your stamps on your blocks because they stick really bad. You always keep it on the carrier sheet. And you know who played with this one was my nephew Ben. So we won't put those off to the side. Let's get this piece. Let's try this one. Goodness gracious, you'd think I'd have a decent block in this joint. Okay, so we're gonna peel this off. And you'll notice that this is very flexible because the seeds are not there. Now the best way to do this is to lay that down on my paper, get the coordinating die. So if you're a die-hard member, you're gonna extra love these. And I'm gonna take the shadow die, do the stamp on the inside, die first, lay that down to make sure that it's gonna be not like concave or anything weird, because I want it to be the exact shape of that die. And then let's see if it's not gonna even fit on that block, my goodness gracious. So then we're gonna take a huge block that I would not do normally, and now it's perfectly set for my die. So let's add our seeds because you can never have a watermelon. They do seedless watermelons, but they have white in them, so I don't know why they call them seedless. And I don't even have a black. I'm just like out of control today. We're gonna use chocolate. We're gonna ink that baby up. Now, as I always say, never, ever, ever take sandpaper or an eraser to my stamps. What you're gonna do the first time you stamp it on cardstock or just trash paper or just scratch paper. Then, so you can see, it still looks pretty good, but now, after that first inking, it's gonna be much better. So we're gonna die cut that. We're gonna see. And of course I'm doing that on my secret weapon. See how you can see how it's much better. The more you use it, the better it will get, just a heads up. So now we have that, and let's add, and I think this will fit. Yes, that'll fit. So now we're gonna add some red. Get that nice and inked up. Woohoo, look at that, that's pretty. Now again, this is just my sample image, so I'm not gonna really use that one, although I could. And sometimes I even go like this, just to, there we go. And people say, oh, it's because there's residue. Okay, I make my own stamps, right? I know how we make stamps. I mean, I don't make them. We have employees that make them. There's no residue. I don't know where these things come from. It goes through a wash. So everything is washed off. You should see, one day we need to do a video, and this has an icky on it. One day we need to do a video of how you make a stamp. It goes through so many different washings that it cracks me up when I hear people say things like that, because that's not true. Okay, and then let's add the little rind. Let's go a little bit faster here because I could talk all day and I know you don't want to hear me talk. Okay, so we're gonna add this, and let's just do a green. Cover your ink pads, not because they'll dry out, but because if you're like me, you'll accidentally put your finger in it, or your hand, or your whole life. Okay, so now we're gonna get that one, and now we're gonna use it here. And we're gonna leave that other part white just because it looks cute. Now we can cut that out. So we're gonna bring this over to the die cut machine. And at the same time, we could do, oops, gotta get my cutting pad out of there. At the same time, we are going to do a couple things. One, we're gonna die cut that cute little triangle wedge or watermelon wedge, whatever you want to call it. And at the same time, I want to die cut my You Are Sweet. Now, because this is more intricate, we are going to use the Sizzix adhesive sheets on the back. You don't have to, but if you don't, you're gonna have to try to add glue to the back of that once it's cut out. And that is a not easy task. So let's do this. Now, make sure you check out the gallery. We have lots of ideas on the website using these stamps and dies. So there's that, but you know what? I just realized I need some green for the background. And I am using my magnetic platform, so let's find some green. Here's some green. I thought I had more green. Gosh, you'd think I'd prepare a little better than this. Okay, so let's tear off some of this green. And we're gonna use that for this, and we are ready to party. So I'm gonna use a smaller cutting pad because, that moved a little. See how it's, oh, this is a good example. See how, watch, see how it's moving? It's snapping to a magnet. So I'm gonna let the die be the boss, and I'm gonna move my paper to be where the die wants to be. That way I'm gonna get a stronger connection to that magnet and it's not gonna move. Now I am using a smaller cutting pad on the top because I don't want to have to run through the whole thing because I'm not die cutting the whole thing. Crunch, 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 crunch. The crunching is of course normal. I get that email all the time. So there's my cute little watermelon. Isn't it cute? And let's do this really quick before we go. And we're gonna get out our die pick. And we're gonna poke that baby out. And this, oh, I love words with one of my favorite things is words with the shadows, because the shadows just make it pop off the page every single time. So we're gonna lay this down, oops, upside down. We're gonna lay that down, add that, and we are set to go. Look how cute that is. You are sweet with my cute little watermelon. So club members, yours is on their way to you. Make sure you check out our website. Have you been to our new website? Ooh, it's nice, club members. You don't have to add your discount code anymore. It automatically knows you're a club member. Isn't that exciting? And if you're not a club member, you need to check out the benefits because you are missing out. Thanks so much, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.